My name is Chris Kazmarek, and I'm one of Top Test Prep's ACT experts. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the reading section of the ACT. I've got 4 general tips that are going to help you make your way through the reading section with the maximum number of points possible for yourself. The first tip is going to be both the most important and the most difficult to put into practice. And it's going to be that you have to start thinking in concepts as opposed to thinking on a line-by-line basis. What this means is that as soon as you start reading a passage, you should have 2 things in mind: main idea and tone. Once you're convinced that you've got a good main idea for the passage, go ahead and write it at the top. Similarly, once you've got a good tone for the passage, write it at the top and keep a note of it. What this is going to help you do is answer the questions that have to do with main idea and tone themselves, since you've already got it, and in addition it's going to help you with detail questions. The detail questions are always going to be in conversation with both the main idea and the tone of any given passage. Therefore, once you've got these in mind, you can have them color literally every answer that you choose in the entire section. Which brings me to number 2. While you're reading through, figuring out the main idea and the tone, you should also be outlining the passage for the main idea of paragraphs and important details. Important details are going to take generally 2 different forms: numbers and words. The basic, most important numbers that you're going to see are usually going to be dates. The most important words are usually going to be names. When you're looking at a detail and asking yourself whether or not it's important, a general rule of thumb is that if you even have to ask yourself if it's important, it's probably not, and you shouldn't write it down in your passage outline. Next, while you're outlining your passage, you should also be reading actively. Active reading is a strategy of reading that is somewhere in between reading Sports Illustrated and reading a quantum physics textbook. Therefore, you shouldn't just be over here with the Sports Illustrated side, letting the reading wash over you and taking it in passively. Likewise, you should not be puzzling over every single word and trying to figure out every meaning that it could possibly have and how it fits together in the sentence as you would in a quantum physics textbook, because you simply don't have the time. And finally, you're going to be faced with a lot of detail questions, and the most important thing to remember when you're answering a detail question is that, especially if there's a line reference coupled with the question, the answer is going to be in the passage. What that means is that you're going to literally be able to put your finger on the exact wording or a very, very similar wording of the answer choice that you're dealing with when you're looking at a detail question. Therefore, if the answer that you selected does not have very, very strong textual backup, you should probably find another answer that does. And this, in addition to the other 3 hints that I have given you already, should help you maximize your score on the ACT reading section.